Alright, we back on live. We back on. Gonna jump right into it. Was Gochi with a Hochi? Alright, cool. We live. Excuse me. Jumping into it. Why does it keep doing that? Oh my god, they're just gonna piss me off. What's up with all this fishing algorithm on my newsfeed? Low-key, I don't want to. That's fine. I don't want to start. I've been wanting to start fishing. I just suck ass at it. Literally, look, more fishing algorithm. Nothing but fishing videos on my algorithm right now. It's kind of interesting. Oh, what the hell? Oh, whoa, hey, yo, what? I swear, bro, I'll be on like YouTube Shorts or IG Shorts. Thank God I'm not on like the TikTok scroll, but sometimes you just get, yeah, it's insane, bro. Just go nuts scrolling. I'm trying to get out of that. Look at that, more fishing reels. Is fishing in my near future or something? Oh, damn. Where's that one guy at? There he is. Let's get it. Juicy J can't. You say no to drugs. Juicy J can't. You say no to drugs. Juicy J can't. You say no to drugs. Juicy J can't. All right. Drink some water. I'm gonna jump right into it. Juicy J Kane. Juicy J Kane. Damn. I'm a sucker for chicks that are into cars, man. Especially them Japanese imports, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love the Japanese domestic market.
Use this time for some target practice. The real thing's coming through. Enemy dropping into the AR. Resurgence. Stay alive to try to fire. You're getting another chance. Weapons free.
Let's go.
Enemy UAV. 25 remain.
Beavis and Butthead. I swear, bro. Every time I get killed, it's by Beavis or Butthead, bro. Or the coach. You say no to draws. Juicy J Kane. Wow. Wow, miss. Okay. Let's get it.
Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy dropping into the AR. All stations, green light. We're deploying to the war zone.
Ow. I wanna rock with you all night.
Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Yeah. No, so we can rock forever.
LDBR inbound.
What? Oh my god, bro. Couldn't even see this motherfucking dumbass little bitch.
Stand by for redeployment.
I wanna ride oh!
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your attack map. Get hunting. Hostile UAV. Enemy destroyed. Use your attack map to hunt down the rest of them.
You just made a fatal mistake!
Nah, I swear. Got him anyway. Fuck it. No bitch.
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying.
Little biznatch. We're gonna land up there, little biznatch. Come here, little biznatch.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Oh! Ah.
Mark the remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down. You're losing ground. Moving.
What's up with all these snipers, bro? Piece of shit.
Get ready. You're redeploying. You're in the top 10. Keep knocking them down. We've got 10 squads active in the field.
If you're done.
Enemy UAV overhead. You've got a loadout drop inbound. Gas is inbound.
Where the fuck's he at? Pop up, boy. I know you there.
Only 4 remain. Finish this off. 5 squads still operational in the AO. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
See this foot right here, dude.
Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close. Hostile UAV in the area. Gas is moving. Enemy UAV is online.
Go get ammo. Been shooting all day.
UAV available for testing.
Delinquent.
Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal.
UAV standing by. Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
Resurgence is closed. No more second chances.
One second. Oh my god. Eyes all itchy. Damn, I need ammo bad.
You've got gas moving in.
What? I mean,
You just made a fatal mistake.
tank.
Supply crates have been restocked. Load up. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas is closing in.
UAV available for tasking.
Delinquent.
You're in the top 3. Don't let up now. 3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. Only 2 left.
Thanks for the work. UAV overflight terminated.
Enemy buy station incoming.
You just made a fatal
Damn it,
mistake.
bro.
Less than 5 are still standing. Next time we'll take that
Almost had
victory.
that.
Please,
Busy.
only a minor.
Moving to my mark.
Keep pushing.
Damn. Almost had that dub. Almost had that dub. Let's go.
Check your gear and weapons. Enemy dropping into the AR. Enemy soldier incoming. All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Resurgence. Survive the countdown. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Come on, gang.
No, güey, se bajó por arriba.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Está arriba. Mano, loco. ¿Cómo chingados él sí tiene ángulo y yo no? De la verga, güey. Ah, voy a borrar el Warzone a la verga.
Enemy UAV overhead.
No man. That full Cypher sucked ass. Whoever's fucking Cypher build that was, that shit was ass. Let me show you how to build a Cypher loadout, bro.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Kill confirmed. Locating the rest of them. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. Loadout drop headed your way. Target down, marking the rest of them. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunting. Enemy UAV is online. Back on station. Go get after it.
Fucking loadie's hot as shit, bruh.
Keep the pressure on. We've got 10 squads active in the field. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy airstrike in the area. Enemy UAV overhead. You've got gas moving in.
God damn it, bro. You wait right there, bitch. Fucking wait right there, you stupid ass bitch.
We're returning you to
Pussy.
the front. Earn this.
Fucking little bitch. Wait right there, pussy. Fucking wait right there, bitch.
Only 10 were left.
Oh. God damn it, bro. That shit pissed me off. Should have fucking threw my impact on there and stand. Dummy. Dummy. That's what I get. That's what I get. Damn.
Ruck up, you're headed to the war zone. Enemies are dropping ships. Soldier incoming. All stations, green light. We're deploying to the war zone.
Time to go, time to go. Time to home, time to home. I don't know, ain't no time. Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying?
Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown. Enemies dropping into the AR.
What?
UAV in the area.
LDBR, ready for launch.
16 rounds, out.
Oh, fucking hell, you stupid ass bitches.
Enemy soldier incoming. We're returning you to the front. Earned it. Fire solution was bad. Miss.
Something.
Enemy UAV. Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Hostile UAV in the area. You're losing ground. Move it.
What? No, I forgot me with the shotgun. No way.
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying.
Third party.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Pussy. Bye-bye.
Mark it down. Marking the rest of them.
Pussy. Got it. Bitch. Got her. Nothing but a bitch. Ain't nothing but a bitch.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Is that where you're at? Where's the other one?
Enemy UAV is online. Enemies are dropping into the area.
Nah. Swear.
Back on station.
Better let me get my
Go get
loadie,
off.
bitches. I swear,
10
y'all better let me
remain.
get my
Keep
loadie.
pushing.
Where you
Got
going?
10 squads active.
Ah, hard out here for a beer. Shit, bro. God damn, bro. It's hard out here for a pen. Hey, yo, come on, bruh. What's up with that? What's up with all the sweats? You know what I'm saying? What? Come on. Oh yeah, look who I got.
I was totally acting in self-defense.
Freaking Todd. Holy fuck. Damn, I like that one.
Stop.
Todd's freaking dope.
I was totally acting in self-defense. Stop. I was totally acting in self-defense.
Nice hair, nice brain. I'm so fly. Ah.
Okay.
Frogs suck.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
Hey.
Check your gear and
I
weapons.
just got a
Enemy dropping into the AR.
I just turned into some Doritos.
Enemy soldier incoming. Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
All right, Todd.
Resurgence.
Let's get her done.
Survive the countdown to earn redeployment. Secure kills to speed up the enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I got a cooler. There ain't no longer.
There's one team. I'm probably putting it right there.
They're finna get smoke playing with me.
Right there. Alright, then. Yeah. That hurts. Hard.
I was just chilling, to be honest.
Stand by for redeployment.
Look at my ass.
Defeat only a mindset. Shake it
Damn,
off and
man.
keep pushing.
Straight donut. I guess I like donuts. I'm gonna play some Verdansk, bro.
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by. Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Battle Royale. Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you hightail it out of there.
What? Where are the trucks? No, they don't have no trucks.
If it wouldn't rain, and I'd be kicking your ass right now.
Primary objective is to eliminate all targets. Your objective's simple. Eliminate all bounty targets.
Any place.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Fight to earn redeployment.
Oh my god, easy. You fucking suck. Suck, fool. You ugly, dog. Ugly, dog. Ugly, dog. Ugly.
Fight for your life. Be ready. You're next. redeployment or die trying.
Let's see.
Enemy eliminated. Prepare for redeployment.
If it wasn't raining, I'd be kicking your ass right now.
Care package on standby.
I was totally
Enemy
acting in
precision airstrike.
self-defense.
Find cover. Hostile UAV in the area. LDBR inbound.
Wow.
Lost that one, but we'll get a W next time.
It's like the same thing. Oh man. I'm gonna play Verdansk right now. I want to check out Steam real quick. Y'all ever watch Tech Source? I'm just watching his new episode right now.
Meta, bust rate Frank again.
Last time you got a replacement Frank at Fins and Friends.
With the GPU crisis finally dwindling down, how much of a gaming PC can you actually build for $1,000? Well, this beautiful all-white gaming PC actually cost me less than $1,000, and it's able to run literally any game I throw at it in 1440p high settings. So with that said, sit back and relax, and let's get started. What is my luck today? First the battery runs out on my laptop, and now the lights go out? Looks like the universe is against me. But good thing I have a secret weapon. The ultimate power bank. The Shargeek 300. This baby pumps out up to 140 watts on each USB-C port, which is enough to charge 2 high wattage laptops. These can get you from 0 to 50% within 20 minutes. There's also a third USB-A port allowing you to charge a third device, bringing the total possible output to 300 watts. The output wattage can vary, and you can track this in real time thanks to the smart display here. You get to see the output, input, the charging duration, remaining battery level, and the total charge coming in. If you need to, you can simultaneously refill the power bank while fast charging your devices through it. And in typical storage fashion, we have a sleek transparent shell, and this time around with customizable RGB wrapped around it. The 3 buttons on the side control the power and allow you to navigate the menu. Here you can check the battery status, temperature, the RGB effects, and even charge history. This is the size of soda bottles, and it's built to last. And the best part is, it's airline approved. So you can take this with you anywhere on your travels. If you want to check it out, I'll drop a link to it down below. Now, one thing that's not included in this budget is a Windows CD key. However, it only costs $23. So even if we do add that to the total, we are still under the $1,000 budget. VIPyourCDKey.com is the place that I grab the keys for all my PC builds because they sell them very cheap. A Windows 10 Pro key goes for $17, and a Windows 11 Pro key goes for around $23. So if you're planning on picking one up, just make sure to use the code TS20 to unlock the cheapest price. After checking out, just simply visit the User Center section up top and navigate to your purchased orders and click on the View Key button. Then all you gotta do is copy and paste that into the activation settings of Windows and you're good to go. The CPU of choice is the Ryzen 5 7600X, which is really the only choice if you're building a budget AM5 PC in 2025. I would have normally recommended the Ryzen 5 7500F instead, which was my go-to for the past year and a half, but due to tariffs, the price has been jacked up quite a bit, to a point where it's not even worth it as there is no more value in it for the price. The CPU doesn't come with a cooler, so we're gonna have to add one. But to stay under the budget and also contribute to the beautiful white theme, the Thermal Allright Assassin X Refined was the best option. Unfortunately, white motherboards are very pricey for the B650 chipset, and this would have easily put us over the $1,000 budget. So I had to go on AliExpress for the motherboard and ultimately settled for the GNU B650M Gaming Plus. I've actually built a few PCs using their boards before, and I've never had any issues with them, so I was confident pulling the trigger on this one. Especially since it has all the features you would normally find on a mid-tier motherboard that would cost $150 or more. We have our 2 DIMM slots, which is more than plenty for our memory. Plus, it's not really recommended to put in 4 sticks on AM5. We also got onboard USB-C, 2 M.2 slots, and 1 more M2 Wi-Fi slot if you want to add a Wi-Fi card to your build for an extra $20. The option to add that in the future is a very nice thing to have, and for some reason it has 4 5-volt 3-pin RGB headers. Like, you won't even find that on most of the high-end flagship motherboards, but for some reason this thing has 4. You get all this for less than $100. Now, even though it's a Chinese brand, they do have an English website where you can visit and download all the drivers you need for the build, including its very own RGB software, which is needed to control the memory and the RGB fans from the PC. Now, you do have to download ASRock Polychrome if you want to control the lights on the graphics card, and the Open RGB software controls the lights on the memory and the case fans. But you do have a bunch of options on here. You can set static colors, you can choose from a few different pretty cool RGB effects, or you can just simply turn them off, which personally I think the system looks so much better without any RGB, but the choice is yours. Moving on to memory, the Silicon Power X Power Storm is still the best value for a 32GB 6000 mega transfer kit in the color white. These also play very nicely with the motherboard, and I was able to enable XMP without any problems, so the PC is running at the max 6000 mega transfers. Now for the GPU, the only card that makes sense in this price point is the RX 9060 XT 16GB model. It's about the same performance of the RTX 5060 Ti 16GB model and last gen's RX 7700 XT, except it costs much less and you get FSR 4, so you get way better upscaling performance. The ASRock Steel Legend goes for $390, and I was able to fit it within the budget while sticking to the all-white color scheme. But if you're okay with dipping your feet into the used market and you want to add more value to your PC, I would strongly recommend finding an RTX 3080 or even an RX 6800 XT for the same price, which will bring you way more performance. But whatever you do, do not put in an Intel Arc B580 in this PC. You will lose 30% performance and pay the same price of a 9060 XT, which makes absolutely no sense. Unless you can find one for $250. So if you can find an Intel Arc B580 for $250 or less, and you want to save some money over the 9060 XT, then you can make that downgrade. Now the case I'm using for the build is without a doubt the best value micro ATX case under $60 that I have featured on this channel. You get mesh panels all around, a USB-C connection up top, a power supply shroud inside with tons of cutouts in the right places, along with plenty of room for cable management in the back, with more tie-down areas, and it comes with 4 pre-installed RGB fans. You get all this for $60.
Damn.
I mean, that is just incredible value. Powering everything is a 750 watt fully modular gold certified power supply from Sama. Yes, you heard that correct. This is the GT750, which is ranked C on the new SPL PSU tier list, and this is the only power supply for this price that is not only gold certified, but also comes with a 450 watt 12VH power cable, which is suitable for all 40 series cards. But the cherry on the cake is that the cables are actually braided, and it comes with cable combs, saving us $25 from buying cable extensions. So if you factor that in, the power supply actually has a value of $50. And of course, the cables don't look as nice as a full set of cable extensions, but I mean, this is so much better than the default ugly black, sometimes even ketchup and mustard cables. Once again, the total cost of this PC is $970 without the CD key and $993 with it.
Wow,
but enough chit chat. Let's see what this baby can do.
It's pretty good.
All right, let's kick it off with the finals, which is currently my favorite game. I think I have over 1,000 hours on this damn thing. I need some serious therapy. We're starting off with 1080p, AMD FSR 3 set to balanced, and everything else is set to high.
I heard this game's dope.
Let's get it. Nice try, kid. Oh no, where are you going? My box. Oh no! I escaped. Get cooked. My team actually isn't trash for once. Get out of here, bro. Are you the real Texars? I wish I could play on my own keyboard and mouse. These look so wonky. Going for it.
Got pretty good
shit.
benchmarks, especially for 1080p.
Cooked.
CPU is running out like 100%.
Oh, let's go.
Decent.
Let's go.
Why is his GPU running at 60%?
Hell yeah, baby. First catch box is ours. What a comeback. I definitely feel a delay playing with this mouse, so, you know, I'm not playing at my peak, just for the record. No way we got this. Wow. Hell yeah. All right, Apex Legends is next. We're gonna be versing bots because I'm trash at the game, so let's go. For settings, we're starting off with 1080p and everything else is set to high and very high, as you can see here. What? This is not the battle? Why would they put this in the game? I almost forgot. I got scared of fall damage for a second.
You're in their sight.
Whoa, what the heck? You gotta be kidding me. I got beat by a bot, bro. We just got trashed on by bots, bro. That's how bad I am at this game. All right, let's try this again, but in 1440p. Oh, one knocks someone. Alright, time for some Black Ops. Starting off with 1080p, quality set to ultra, FSR 3,
He's
and
getting
frame
about
gen
200
is
frames
enabled.
per second.
Let's get it.
About 300. Wow.
I don't even play Black Ops, and I still got it, baby. Still got it.
Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side.
Friendly down.
That was my bad.
I still got it. I still got it.
Dude, it's so
Hey, good.
pixelated.
Good job on
1080,
the
I don't know how
reflex.
anybody plays in 1080p. Let's go. Nice. Got the sniper. He thought that concussion was gonna be enough? Nah, boy. I can hear him. He's pushing me. Alright, I'll take that.
Using Archangel.
Got you, boy. Nice. 2 for 2. Oh my goodness.
Source. Let's go, Ed. Okay, Ed.
What is happening, Eddie, my boy?
It's free real estate.
What the hell?
Damn.
And that is how you get bait. Alright, 1080p was unfortunately unplayable for me, so I bumped it up to 1440p. Oh yeah, this is way better. Two down? I can hear that guy a mile away, bro.
Found a shooter.
Nice.
Ooh.
Bro.
Nice.
That was an accident. And I didn't mean to toss it. Alright, I gotta do it for the children. Up next is Fork Knife. We got 1080p performance mode.
Fork Knife.
Here are the rest of the settings. Here goes nothing. Dude, it's like, how do you even fight that?
Nice.
Let's go, baby. I don't know what the hell he had, but that thing was OP. go. I don't know what this gun is, but it slaps. Where do you think you're going? Oh, you thought. All right, Modern Warfare 3, baby. Let's get it. Kicking off with 1080p, FSR 3.0 enabled with frame gen, and everything else set to high. Cooked. Oh my God. Gotta keep up. Where did you come from, brother? Oh, nice. That was a good shield charge. No, sir. One more. Come on. Where was he? Oh, I knew it. I knew it. He was prone. See if he's still there. He's probably still there, isn't he? Look at that coward, bro.
Dang.
Bruh. I deserve that. See, I prone, but I don't camp. I don't stay too long. Oh, baby, let's go. Double. All right, let's give Overwatch 2 a try. We're going to be starting with 1080p, AMD FSR 2.2 enabled. Everything else is set to Ultra, as you can see here. Let's get it.
It's a pretty good build, dude. I'm not gonna lie. 9060 XT, 16 GB, 7600X CPU, V650 motherboard. Bad for under $1,000. I'd say it's doing pretty damn good. Pretty good at 1080p and 1440. What if he's gonna test any 4K gaming on it?
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go. Eat my nades. Eat it. Eat it. Woo! Let's go. All right, Rainbow Six Siege, Ultra settings.
I heard Siege
1080p.
was dope, but
let's get it.
Enemies.
I'll slow the
Thinking
ADS.
this is Call of Duty, I'm trying to prone.
Loading back. Reload.
They're cooked. Let's go. Oh. Quad? No, I wanted that. Oh, I wanted that penta.
Reload.
Oh my God, I'm cracked. Last but not least, let's take a look at Cyberpunk 2077, Shadow Liberty. We're going to be doing 1080p without any frame gen or AI upscaling, and we are currently on high settings. Okay, let's do 2560 by 1440.
Not bad.
So there you have it, the best $1,000 gaming PC you can build currently in 2025. Temps on both the CPU and GPU were great across the board in every single game I've played, all while staying very silent too. All the parts I used in the PC will be posted down below, and if you guys want to copy this exact same build, make sure to watch my build guide, which I will link down below. It's currently the #1 ranked PC build guide on YouTube, and this one.
So this beautiful thing right here is the very first mini ITX small form factor PC that I have ever put together. And before it could look this absolutely stunning, it looked like this. And what this is a motherboard, CPU, and RAM combo that I stumbled upon while I was cruising through Facebook Marketplace. So typically I will scroll right past mini ITX items. And the reason is because I just don't really have too much enthusiasm for a mini ITX build. But I was thinking about it and I figured we have never once even tried to flip a mini ITX PC on this series. And I mean, what the hell? Let's go ahead and give it a try. Let's build a super sick mini ITX PC and see if we can sell it for some profit. Now, one of the main reasons that I don't really like mini ITX builds is because I'm not a big fan of the cases that are available for those builds. I know the only one that I truly kind of like is a fractal case. It's the really long, skinnier fractal case. I think that that one looks all right, but that's pretty much the for about 80 bucks. I just sold a 1650 the other day for around $80, and that makes this board an extreme value.
Nah, 1650 in 2025, that's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all ever watch Crater?
Spatula, if you wanted to spread the paste, there's a lot of methods. I don't do that method. My method of choice is I like to put a pea-sized amount in the middle of the CPU. So we're not going to be using all the paste in here because it did give us a very generous amount of paste inside this tube. Now remove this protective film. Make sure you get it all off clean. And now we're going to be attaching it with the 2 hoses of the pump on top of the motherboard right here. I always like to get down, so when I'm laying it down, I already have it lined up good, so then I spread the thermal paste out evenly. These 2 things need to slide into here. See where it says CPU, there's an opening. So you get them in and then you slide them both to the left. So I'm gonna do that first. I'm going to get it in. We do touch the paste, guys, we do. All right, well, for the first time ever, this cooler has forced me to not use my method. I will go ahead and spread it with the spatula. Since I can't lay it down evenly from the get-go on this one, I have to slide it in. In fact, I'm gonna get some of the paste on here. And I'm just gonna spread it around. So we spread it out. Tried my best to make a square. Okay, if you don't make the most perfect square, there's a good amount of paste on there. And when we secure this and it's getting secured down, that paste is gonna spread out more. Now I don't wanna be messy, so I am going to wipe this right here that's on there. But now you know that with this specific AIO cooler, you do have to do the spreading out thermal paste method because you're not able to just lay it straight down. It has a unique attachment. So I slide in all the way to the left and it's already lined up for us. And then I'm just gonna hold it right here so it doesn't move back and forth, it just stays in place. So I get one of these screwed in, then it shouldn't move anymore. All right, and this one over here so it doesn't move. And now the other 2. Just gonna secure them like this, keep turning them. X pattern. All right, and then secure with your screwdriver. A little bit on this side, a little bit on the opposite. Laying it down evenly, spreading that paste out evenly. We're just gonna keep turning till our screwdriver stops. And there we go. Very nice, very nice. And look at this, guys. Final step, you put this on top and it just clips into place and it hides the screws. That is super clean, man. That is a super clean installation right there. So again, Leon Lee made this very convenient for us. Our cooler has 3 cables. The first one's a USB, which will connect into any of these 3 USB inputs on our motherboard on the bottom of our board. But we're not gonna do it yet because this cable is gonna be wired behind our case. Then it's gonna go right here and plug in here. With only this single USB cable, it's gonna control the lighting of the 3 fans, the lighting of the pump, and the LCD screen on our AIO pump, which is pretty cool. Just one single cable. Now here we have our other 2 cables. So the one that has 4 cables right here, that's the 4-pin cable that's gonna connect the fans and the pump to the motherboard. You're gonna wanna connect this cable to this bottom input right here. It's labeled CPU fan with text on the left side of it.
Dude,
the second cable only has 2 wires. This is supposed to be if the cooler needs additional power and it's not getting enough from this input. So we're just going to be plugging this one in right on top of it. This is labeled CPU OPT, aka CPU optional. We'll plug that one in right there. And here's the bag of screws to secure the radiator to the case. We'll do that in a bit. Now moving on to the installation of our RAM. You want to line up the indent of the RAM with the point on the RAM slot that's not indented, which is right here in the middle. So you want to pull the lever back of the 2nd and 4th slot so our RAM can run in dual channel mode. Line it up correctly and then push down both thumbs equal force. And the RAM stick should go all the way down, very important, and the lever will lift back up. And same thing for our 2nd stick, put it in the 4th slot, get it into place, push down both thumbs equal force. Boom, just like that. Super easy to install RAM, guys. Make sure it goes in all the way down. Now it's time for the installation of our M.2 SSD. Our 1TB P310 by Crucial. So we're gonna put this guy into our M.2 slot right here. We're gonna be using a small P0 screwdriver. We get the M.2 heatsink off. Very easy installation, guys. Just line it up, put it into the slot just like that. And then we're gonna lay it down onto the standoff. When putting the heatsink back on, remove the protective film. Now I'm gonna lay down the M.2 and put the cover on top. And there we go, line it up with the 2 points and secure it with a small P0 screwdriver. Now we're ready to install our motherboard inside our case. So our motherboard has these points on it. It has a total of 9. Here is one of them. And we need to line up those points with the standoffs in our case. Now our motherboard is ATX form factor and the standoffs inside this case are already an ATX layout. So we don't need to modify the positioning of the standoffs. We're ready to drop our motherboard into our case. I'm gonna hold the motherboard from the pump and use my 2nd hand to hold the radiator. And we're gonna line up the IO shield with the ports of the motherboard right here, guys. And once I have that lined up good, I then lay my motherboard flat and line it up with the motherboard standoffs. We need to remove these cable ties. Don't put these on yet like I did, because we need this flexibility to find the final positioning of the radiator. Let me get these cable ties off real quick. Now let's see how we're going to be positioning this. We need to undo these 2 screws for now, because we don't know our final position yet. And we need the extra cable length of these hoses to wiggle all these components around right now. And let's lay our radiator down right there for now, because we need to secure all these 9 points of the motherboard first. Now we need to get the screws out of the little box that came with the case. We're gonna be using screws out of this bag. This screw right here, guys. I'm using a normal P2 screwdriver. I'm gonna start with the point in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and secure all the points and then we'll review at the end together. All right, guys, our motherboard is fully secure. We're gonna circle all the components red. So there's 3 on the bottom, here, here, and here. And underneath the radiator right here, there's 3 in the middle.
Looking at my screws.
Here, 3 on top, here, here, and here. Okay, guys, so I see how we're gonna do this. But we're going to need to remove this right here. We're not gonna be using this. So now that this could point lower, when we can put the radiator into place and there's gonna be less bend in this hose. So we've undone this attachment already, and I'm gonna secure it starting all the way at the very end, guys. One of the screws is gonna go into the last point, and then the 2nd screw is gonna go in into like one of these. Just letting you know how I'm gonna do it. That's how we have it, and that's going to look perfect in there. We're going to be getting out our CPU power cable from the power supply and connecting that to the motherboard first, because the CPU power cable connects right here, right under here, and we're not gonna have the clearance to connect it with the radiator in the way. Now we're gonna get out 2 CPU power cables, and here they are, guys. 1, 2 CPU power cables. They're both labeled CPU. So one of the CPU power cables is all together, and then one splits in half right here. 4 plus 4. So first, let's go ahead and connect the one that's all together, and then the side that says PSU on the cable, that's the side that plugs into the power supply. We're not doing that yet. So our CPU cable has a little clip right here. That clip is going to clip up here, guys. So we're gonna line it up straight and plug it in all the way. Make sure it's all the way down and that it clips up here. Now for the second one.
My freaking headphones just died or what? Hey, when that happens.
So we split the cable apart, right? And now we're going to be connecting the right side into the 4-pin CPU input. The clip is gonna clip on top. Boom, it should look just like that. If you use the left side, it won't even go in. Now I'm gonna wire both of these cables to the back of the case so that we can get them out of the way. Lift the case up a little bit and wire them to the back. Just pull them through gently. That doesn't look too clean, right? But honestly, doesn't matter for this build because they're gonna be covered by the radiator. Now we're ready to secure our radiator. All right, so let's lift it up, line up all the points. I secured one on this end, then I'm gonna secure one on the other end, and then that'll hold it into place for us. Easier. And now the positioning of the radiator, we can't really slide it around, but it's already good. It's already in the middle, it looks good. But we can't slide it around because of the hoses, right? The cable managed behind us. So just get it into place. Make sure the hoses are good, hoses looking good. And yeah, just copy me as far as my positioning. All right, guys, and this thing is nice and secure. We didn't secure the points here and here because the way we lined it up, we just didn't have clearance for them, but that's completely fine. It's more than enough secured with all these other points. Cable managing of the hoses, those attachments, there's 3, those were secured as well. So this thing is super secured. So many screws. Now it's time to get our power supply installed. So first we're going to be connecting the necessary cables to it. A big 24-pin power cable, guys. It's the widest one. You can't miss it. The side that is split into 2, it's going to hook up right here, guys. Make sure these cables clip in all the way. And boom. And all of these connections are labeled too, by the way, with text down here, guys, and up here. Second power cable going to be labeled PCI Express. It's an 8-pin cable that splits 6 plus 2. So the PSU side hooks up to this right here, says CPU and PCIe, labeling all of these appropriate for that. So I'm going to be hooking it up right here. And now the final 2 cables that we're hooking up to the power supply are the 2 CPU power cables that are already plugged in. Both of these are gonna go here and here. And plug it in all the way. And that's it, guys. That's all the cables. Very few cables, clean build. So now we're gonna slide our power supply in down here. Make sure the fan of the power supply is facing down. We're gonna slide it in. And we're going to line it up, the 4 points in the back. So now the power supply is going to suck in cool air from the bottom of our case right here and blow the hot air out through here. And now we secured that 4 screws that came with the power supply. All right, gentlemen, we're almost done. Now it's time to hook up cables. We break down all the cables into 3 groups. The first group of cables is all our power cables from our power supply. Our second group of cables is going to be all the cables from the case, which connect things like the power button, reset switch, Type-C, USB 3, and microphone and headphone jack to the motherboard. And then the third and final group of cables is all our fans and our lighting of our build. All right, kicking it off with the first group of cables, the power supply cables. Here we have the big 24-pin power cable. The widest one, cannot miss it. We're gonna wire this cable through here, and this clip needs to clip back here. So we're gonna line it up straight and then push it in all the way till it clips, and then we'll adjust the cable combs, and there we go. Make sure all power cables go all the way in and it clips. And that's it for our first group of cables. Seriously, because the last one is our graphics card, right? We're not gonna connect this one till our graphics card is installed. So our second group of cables is all tied up right here. I'm gonna undo the cable ties. Always undo all metal cable ties in the back of a PC case. You don't want to have these laying around because they have metal in them. They could touch stuff and short stuff. They're also cheap. So get rid of all metal ties. So we have 4 case cables here, guys. HD audio cable, which is for the microphone and headphone jack. The F panel cable, which is for the reset switch and the power button. The Type C cable, which is for the Type C port, and the USB 3, which is for the USB 3 ports. Kicking it off with our HD audio cable. We're gonna wire it to the bottom right side of our case right here. Our HD audio cable is going to plug in right here. The HD audio cable only goes in one way. You want to hook it up to where we just pointed with the HD audio text facing up. So the HD audio text is on top right here, and we're gonna plug it in all the way. There we go. Next case cable is our F panel cable. Wiring it through the bottom left side of our motherboard right here. Now this cable also only goes in one way with the F panel text facing up once again. Plugging in right here, guys. So F panel text is facing up and we push it in all the way. Next, our USB 3 cable. Wiring it through the side right here to the front. USB 3 goes into here. This cable has a hump on one of its sides. The other side does not have the hump. You want to line up that hump on the right side of this. There's an opening for it right here. There's pins inside of here, so line up this cable straight with the hump on the right side and then push in till it goes down all the way, and there we go. Last case cable, guys, is our Type C cable. We're wiring that through the same place we just wired our USB 3, and this one goes in right under it. This cable only goes in one way, so when you try to plug it in, if it doesn't go in easily, that means we have it on the wrong way. Just flip it over and then it should go in like nothing, like butter. There we go. And now, before we move on to our final group of cables, remember we still have this cable hanging around. This is the USB cable that's going to connect all the lighting capabilities and the LCD screen of our cooler. So let's go ahead and wire this to the back of the case through right here on top. All right, drag it all the way out. And now we're gonna wire this cable bottom of our motherboard right here. Our USB cable could go into any of these 3 inputs. These are all USB inputs, but the USB cable only goes in one way. So you want the USB text on this cable to be facing up. So common pattern, guys. It's not always like this, by the way. That's just what it happened to be. For this build, all the text was always facing up. You can also always look at the cable and just see how where it doesn't have a pin opening and then line it up with the part on the input that doesn't have the pin. So you can just literally look at it too, but I'm just telling you guys it's the easy way if you're following along with me. All right, guys, well, just like that, we arrived at our third and final group of cables. See how simple that was? That was super easy. Very clean cable management here. So to connect the 3 pre-installed fans of the case, we just have to connect these 2 cables because all the fans are already in a daisy chain system. They're already linked up together. So the first cable that has this black end is the 4-pin fan cable, connects all the fans. And for the lighting of the fans, it's a 3-pin ARGB input. So we wire both of these cables through the bottom of our motherboard. And there's not a lot of clearance here, guys. So I'm just gonna do a little trick here. I'm gonna stick the screwdriver right here. May chip off some white paint from the case or the power supply. And I'm just gonna point up to just bend this metal, and then it went through. Then I'll let it go and it'll go back to its place. I barely did anything. I didn't damage anything, guys. That's just a little trick right there. Just bent this little metal part up ever so slightly. I just needed a little bit of clearance. Okay, cool, we didn't damage anything right there. If you don't want to risk like damaging something, then you simply just unscrew the power supply and you'll be able to move the power supply out of the way to give clearance for the cables. But I was able to just do that little screwdriver trick. So now this motherboard has 3 system fan headers. 1, 2, 3 right here. We can plug this into any of those. I'm just gonna plug it into the first one. And now this motherboard has a 3-pin ARGB header right there, guys, for the lighting of the fans. Now I'm gonna throw up a little Crater illustration on how to hook up 3-pin ARGBs. So pretty much line up the arrow on the cable, which I'm looking at right now, and it's on the left side for this motherboard, and you just plug it in all the way. And just like that, guys, we connected all the cables. Now I'm gonna go ahead and install our optional Crater ARGB strips in the white colorway that we will soon be offering on CraterHQ.com. So I only installed a single strip right here on the side. It's gonna provide a nice splash of light inside the build. I didn't put one right here because the case already comes with one. And then we hooked it up to a 3-pin ARGB input right here on the top right side of our motherboard. All right, guys, and now the final part, we're gonna install our RTX 5060 Ti graphics card. Make room for it by removing the 2nd and 3rd brackets of our case. Push the lever back and line up our card with the first PCI slot. So this is just like a RAM stick. Get it lined up straight, then push down all the way. This card's connection doesn't go all the way over here, so the lever actually didn't matter. Just out of habit, I always push the lever back. Resecure it with the 2 screws. Now we're gonna wire the 8-pin power cable through the bottom of our case. All right, I'm gonna unscrew the power supply real quick to get this cable to go through. There's just not enough clearance right there. I'm just gonna push it forward. Just gonna push it to the side. Now our power cable comes through and we get this together and we hook it up. It clips on top, guys. Push it in all the way. And we could go ahead and comb it real nice. And then now we resecure our power supply back here. And we're not going to be using a GPU support because this is just a 2-fan card. It really doesn't weigh much. You don't need a GPU support for a 2-fan card. The bigger, beefier ones, sure, but this one's good. And we did good, guys. We did good. Now, final touches. We're going to put in our figurine, cable manage the back, slap on all the panels. Cue the time lapse.
It's looking good.
We did it again, gentlemen. First boot up time. Here we go.
That's sick.
It looks nice. Oh wow, that turned on quickly. The screen right away turned on. But yeah, guys, everything's fully customizable. The lights, we're gonna throw a cool little video on the AIO pump. And yeah, this came out really good. This is a nice little white and silver colorway build. All right, well, let's see how this puppy performs. Time to frag it up in a bunch of different titles, guys. All parts just to this build are linked in the video description. If you're following along, this is your first build. Congratulations, guys. Also, remember, a bunch of different price points we cover here on the channel. So if your budget's a little higher or a little lower, be sure to check out the channel. Comment down below what future builds you guys want to see, combination of parts. Time to frag it up.
Hey, listen up and listen up good. You're not
It's
ready
pretty
to
dope.
go just yet. You
Not gonna
need
lie.
to install Windows. Windows can be a pretty price, but not anymore. Thanks to fragitup.shop, you'll be fragging it up in no time. Pick up Windows 11 Pro with an OEM activation key for
Probably 3 o'clock in the morning. If anything, I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. Or later, I should say. We'll see. Sunday. Depending on what I'm going to do. I might be on between 9:30 and 10. So, I'll let your boy, man. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Yeah, I'm losing my brain right now. It's been a long day. All right, y'all. Peace. Almost knocked my mic off.